Not a lot of people make you smile, so I take that as a compliment.
A lot of people make me smile.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Why can't you just give me the compliment?
I did, but then you bullied it into another different way.
Everybody, I am here with the business mogul, a cultural disruptor, Dame Dash.
Appreciate that. I prefer to be referred to as a tycoon. Yeah, I think that's what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way I look at myself is the way I want to be spoken about. I think you should do the same. So, being that I'm watching everyone that sold their soul, because a lot of people say they hate the devil, but when they have to, they'll work for the devil. They'll let the devil pay him. They'll let the devil pay him what to do. And to me, the devil presents heaven in the form of money, but when you get it, especially when the devil gives it to you, I've personally seen it become hell. So I know that it's a trick. So I don't chase the dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at what controls the world. It's a lot of evil. And evil never celebrates good. So I don't think I'll ever be celebrated, ever by evil. And if I am, that means I'm doing something that evil likes. So I'm not here to make evil comfortable. I'm here to make evil uncomfortable. I'm not scared of evil. I laugh at evil because there is no evil in my heart. It protects me from, this is my blood sugar. It's telling me it's high.
It's telling you to calm down.
I'm not,
You raising it.
I feel like we're in hell. And some people actually pay money to build their houses in hell next to demons. I and my business model is to create heaven in the middle of hell and not to live around demons. I don't invite evil into my building or my house or my heart. I believe that any form of negativity is lack of faith in God, and God's done too much for me to ever disrespect God and even worry about anything.
Yeah.
It would be, I know how I feel when I come through for people 100 times, and when they don't understand what I'm doing, all of a sudden that's all flushed and they don't believe in me. And it hurts. So I know how God feels when people do that.
Yeah.
So I also am seeing that everyone is broke. I think allegedly, it looks like Kevin Hart is broke, and it looks like he sold his ass to the devil. It looks like the devil is torturing him because I saw that roast, and Cat Williams destroyed his career right there to me because he was too truthful, and they set it up. And why would he do that? And then he sold his name to Jamie Salter, and I know Jamie Salter. He only does distress. But these are one of the peoples I empowered. And I watched him go over there all of a sudden. And I watch it look great. I watch who he hangs out with. And now I see, I said this, I suspected it's alleged, but I see things go bankrupt. See, what I know about Jamie again is he doesn't buy anything unless it's in distress. They started with junk bonds, allegedly. You know what I mean? I know him. I know his OG Jack Hackman. I know his OG Jay Goldberg. I know all of them. I know the business model. We don't buy, I learned from them. We don't buy nothing unless it's in distress. To me, anybody over 50 that's outside sweating has to be outside. Niggas is broke. And I don't see nothing. I see people sitting in a room popping it. I don't see any lifestyle. I don't see any buildings. All I see is the devil paying them to tear their brothers down.
Well, you mentioned everybody's broke.
Niggas is broke. Everyone that's popping it, I'm not gonna say I think niggas is broke. I think everyone had loans, and I think their time has run out. I see people outside every day. Whoever's outside that hasn't been outside is cracked. I'm telling you.
Okay.
At 50, you don't feel like coming outside.
Right.
Pause. So you might have cash flow, but you ain't got no money to look at. So my model is different. My model is own the building and let your other company that does the entertainment be the tenant. And that's the whole premise of the country club is the collective economics. And also having buildings they can't kick us out of, they can't shut us down, and no demons allowed. And we have locations now where we're at in LA, in the Hudson Valley, in New York, in Chicago. There's hotels. I'm creating heaven in the middle of hell. I'm trying to protect every single person that cannot protect themselves that deserves it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You being one of them or anyone else that plays the game fair, that is not negative. I just need positivity around me and I could do anything and watch me work. So of course the demons and the devil and everyone evil is going to say every good thing that I do is bad. I expect it. Guys like Charlemagne, allegedly, you know? And for me, I saw Charlemagne at the Minister Farrakhan's funeral, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I did not hear him say one word on the Breakfast Club about being there. I was there. Dave Chappelle was there. Cat Williams was there, fresh off of Blazing. Like right from there, he jumped on the jet and came there. Janet Jackson, Dave Chappelle, Stephanie Mills. You know what I'm saying? Two Chains. How is that not talked about? The respect that all of us tired. I took 3 planes. I flew into Florida from LA to pick Rocky and my son up, and then flew to Chicago, and from Chicago flew to LA in a day. We all were happy to be tired to be in front of him. Why would he not talk about when we come together to celebrate one of our own in such a way? A man that has created his own heaven in the middle of hell. And the only thing he ever taught me was how to farm and protect my food and be healthy. He's 93 years old and he's given his whole life to protecting what he loves. Why is Charlemagne not talking about it? And I asked Brother Don that shit. And to me, any black man that would not give Farrakhan a platform to speak is working with the devil because he's done too much for our culture, regardless whether we do agree or not. His actions, he's still here. He's 93. He's been making sure that the people he loved live in harmony. They have their own newspaper. They have their own nation. They make their own food. They all dress well and they protect each other. Of course, he's going to be persecuted and misunderstood. But why is he not celebrated for that?
Well, my question to you is, what do you think? What do you think the answers are? Do you think
Why would a devil celebrate? I think, to me, allegedly, I think Charlemagne's a double agent. I think he pretends he's heterosexual and he's gay,
so my question is,
allegedly.
right. So my
I
question,
think he's the most dangerous voice because he's giving all of our black data to iHeartRadio. That's his partner. That's who supplies his ads. Who do you think gets our data? And he's teaching black men to run when 3 men punch him in the face. He's teaching men to go back when other men are kissing at his fucking fatty paws. That's not what we want our heterosexual men doing.
so
Why is nobody talking about I got a race car team? Because that's broke nigga shit. Or that I have hotels all over the country and country clubs and television networks. The devil would never celebrate that. You know what we celebrate? When a white man gives us a job, like the Super Bowl. How you have a black billionaire with a job?
what you
And
talk?
y'all and that's twisted. That's ridiculous. The only time there's an announcement is when a white man gives a black man a check. So we all think that that's when we should get patted. It's like, oh, they gave you a check. You let massa tell you what to do. When someone gives you money, it's because you're well behaved. That's why. It's because you do what you're told well. I don't do what I'm told well, but I tell people what to do well, especially soldiers. Me and generals, we kick it, come to a common ground, and we work together.
Yeah. Now you're constantly talking about ownership, and we as a people need to own our own things. We need to have our own buildings. Why do you think we are chasing, or what it seems like we are chasing visibility over ownership? What is
The devil has programmed you to think being on television, famous, and working for them until they don't feel like working with you anymore is the W. They, the devil's always going to make hell look like heaven. Anything man made, which is, if that's what you worship, that's the devil. Men are evil. I don't trust them. I think men are the devil. I think women are.
all men? I know it's not all men.
Nah, because
I was about to say.
but how many all men are there? Half of them niggas is fucking half a man. They they got vaginas. They want to have sex with other men. Pause. I'm not mad at it, but that's just not a manly thing. Men are supposed to have sex with women so they have babies. That's with a man's job to do. And that's why there's so much testosterone in a man as opposed to the overdose of estrogen that's in a woman. We don't have a period. Let me ask you a question. Oh, let me tell you something that's a fact. It's about my opinion.
No, I feel you.
If God came to me and said you could have diabetes or a period once a month, I'd be like, get that shit out of here. I'm taking diabetes double all day. I would not take a period. If God said you could have diabetes or push a baby out your ass, I'd be like, diabetes all day. There would be no life if I had to push something out my ass. Pause. I'm not doing it. I can't even fathom what it takes for a woman to create life. I won't even knock it. Ask them when they on their period, they get a pass, but I forget. So I'll be like, what the fuck? And I'll be mad. I'll be like, oh, period. Oh, you should, why you ain't telling me? You should know. But then when I know, they mad. Like, oh, you've been on your period for approximately 3 days and 45 seconds. Why you clocking my vagina? Because I want to know when I can.
That's exactly something I was saying.
I'll be like, so I know when I can talk to you again. You're on fucking hormone overload, but I'm not mad at you. Go push something out your behind. Go make life. Let me go fight for you. That's my job. And that's why I think women is God. I don't trust men. I think that's what men would do. They get created to go fucking, slave out for a woman. And again, to me, this isn't blasphemy. This is just what I look at. Jesus, Joshua, was created without a man. I mean, God was around, but he wasn't in the physical form. So no physical man got Mary pregnant. So that means it was done without a man. She created that man. A man, if he was a devil, would be a lot stronger than you. You ain't got no testosterone. I think I'm gonna pretend I'm God because the devil would pretend that it was God. Correct? Yes or no? You don't think that's logical? If you're the devil, you're gonna tell everyone you're the devil.
Some people some demonic is bold like that.
That wasn't my question.
Yes, you said if you are the devil, which I would never. It's a lot of power in the tongue, so I don't even like saying that.
Because you're a punk. Let's move on.
I'm not no punk.
I just fucked.
I'm about to say.
You scared of the devil?
I'm not scared of the devil. I'm not.
Well, say what you want to say.
No, it's not about that. I just said that I know that there's life and death lies in the power of the tongue, so I don't even like portraying that because that's like you said. I keep my energy positive over here. I don't even like spitting at her.
I've seen you have doubt.
You see me have doubt when
you talk to me, when you ask me if I have sound when I shoot, that was doubt.
Man, I was making sure everything was on its up P's and Q's. It's not doubt. It's just crossing my T's and dotting my I's. That wasn't doubt. That what I was doing.
That's the devil.
Doubting and worrying is a form of not believing in God. You're absolutely correct. But I wasn't doubting.
You are.
No, I'm not. So you mentioned this country club. Y'all, it looks so good. I'm super excited for what you have built. And I love how you are consistently building. So what is the vision?
It's for all independents that I work with and respect to have a safe place to create, monetize, turnkey in a country club environment. And my intention is to build a network for each and every person that's a member without them and a clothing line. And they can make sunglasses and they can make jewelry and they'll do real estate and they'll be able to have studios in Chicago and the Catskills, Hudson Valley. And then the next phase would be, LA, Chicago, Hudson Valley. The next phase is Florida, and the phase after that is Jamaica.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's fair to say that, hustling is a mindset. It's really a lifestyle with you. Do you think creators and hustlers of today have it easier or harder when it comes down to being successful in this industry?
I think the understanding of what's successful in this industry is completely misrepresented.
Okay, what is your definition of success?
Ownership and not having to have an injection of money from the devil to grow. Making the devil work for me as opposed to me working for the devil. And also everything that I work for, being able to pass it to my children because this country club is not for me. I work here for free. This is my family's. My daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter signs, it's the family office.
Yes.
And by the way, it's funny how no one talks about how my daughter Ava is on the #1 show on Broadway.
Congratulations.
How she's like the toast of the town.
Go girl.
How she's a supermodel. And then my other daughter, Tallulah, just turned 18. The day she turned 18, she signed a contract with Ford. So both my daughters are
Love
represented
that.
by Ford. And to be honest, the person that I borrow money from is my daughter. She's my credit line. And that's like
Wow.
the most proudest.
Love that. It's funny. A lot of people who are in business, they talk about the sacrifices that they make for the family. And sometimes they were not able to spend as much time as they would have because they were so focused on growing. Do you find that to be the case of you when you look back? Or are you just like, I did everything I was supposed to do and I'm proud?
And that's why I changed my life dramatically in 2005. It's 2026 now.
Mm-hmm.
So at 35, I was able to approach life different where my children come first. So also in the country club, we make books and Raquel does her Dusko Goes to Space, Dusko Goes to
Yes.
Sea. There's a whole children's vertical.
Mm-hmm.
So the majority of this is for children, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, um, I think the future, which becomes the present rather fast, is our children.
Yeah.
So everything in this country club, you're also teaching children already how to do things they won't teach you in school,
Yeah.
like podcasting, like coding, like farming, like singing with a live instrument and live bands,
Mm-hmm.
and writing and making movies. It's a school. So I'll be also conducting my classes here in the Catskills as well. And that won't be members only, but you'll be able to have a day pass. You'll be able to pay for your room, and you'll be able to do projects or watch me do projects, learn each vertical.
Yeah.
Barter Barriers has a experiential flagship store here. And that also means that if you do a project here, you get him to manufacture your merch.
Yeah.
So every vertical and the heads of all my verticals for manufacturing for everything that I do is here.
Yeah.
So that means anyone that does something here, turnkey, will be able to make their sunglasses, make their jewelry, make their album, make their clothing line, make their movie, do their cooking show, do their radio show, do their news show.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do it all. It's collective economics. We have to move together. We can't let them dictate what we do. We have to dictate what they do.
Yes.
If we sitting around not doing shit and just talking about it and then making an excuse to take the devil's dollar, then, how do we move forward? We still remain slaves. And I just, I'm not scared of the devil. And,
Yeah.
and niggas is broke. All right? Y'all niggas is broke.
I want to talk about collective
The niggas,
economics.
I'm just saying, I'm sick of all this fun. Some of y'all might have a couple dollars, but y'all niggas, a lot of y'all niggas is broke. Yeah, if you come into work 300 days, if you have to do 200 episodes to get your check, Fredo, don't, cause I ain't forget about him, Mr. fucking Cheap Teeth, cause they keep talking. And, I saw Mace, and of course, Mace is probably like, yo, Cam, you look stupid. You just disrespected your OG. He didn't deserve it. And now everybody looks at them tacky ass, stupid ass suits, and your fucking fake teeth are too big for your mouth. And you went and tried to call your OG out for the devil. So you might want to squash it. But he like, oh, I'm just playing. Now he wasn't playing when you got on the radio and tried to tell everybody I'm a liar. He wasn't playing when you tried to get my son on your show and try to disrespect my family. You wasn't playing when you talked about my girl. That shit ain't funny. I don't play with you like that, Fredo. So send a bag if you want to squash this problem. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. But until that, you're not a Harlem nigga to me. He's a clown. He's Fredo. He's Mr. Cheap Teeth. He's now a sportscaster with a stupid ass tailor because those suits are deplorable. It's despicable. He dresses terrible. And I'm disgusted by it. And 50 dresses terrible too. Steve Stout dresses terrible too, allegedly. They all dress terrible.
Here, Dane, my question, and this is for everyone who's out there listening.
What I want to see is where's Paid in Full? They was popping it. They got the rights. Where's it at? You destroyed a friendship over that to be told what to do by a nigga from Queens that dresses terrible. He smacked you on your ass in front of everybody. Where's Paid in Full? Because I got mine coming out.
It's when you mentioned, because I want to get back on this entrepreneurship.
Where's Paid in Full at? They were popping it. Where's it at? And I know that, he might do it and do it whatever, like he did with Puff or whatever, but I don't care. Let's put yours up against mine. Pause. You paid the right. Someone sold you the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't know what the fuck that meant. But I don't appreciate any of that disrespect in front of Harlem.
Well,
you're not a Harlem nigga no more, Fredo. And Larry, you're not from Harlem, and you fucked up his whole relationship with Harlem because you're unhealthy. your breath stinks, and when you talk, all of this shit gets all in your mouth, and it's disgusting. I want to keep saying that. I don't want people to forget it. If you burp around him, it smells like a fart, or he has diarrhea. Go ahead.
Dane, here's my thing, right? Because you mentioned collective economics, right? And I don't want to miss the money part because you're right. A lot of people are struggling.
That
A
was
lot of
therapy.
people
Thank you.
are broke. You know what I'm saying? We have to figure out
Collective economics.
how to get to the other side as a people. So my question is this, because partnerships and relationships do matter when it comes down to business, especially if we want to thrive in collective economics. My question is, how do we protect those relationships that we have from falling apart? How do we do that?
Be honest. You know, you have nice feet.
Thank you. But yeah, I really want to know. Because I don't think we can, I don't think as
I
a
just
people.
told you, be honest.
Okay, being not, let's expound on being honest. Being honest as far as, because in honesty, right? For instance, we could have a partnership, but then somehow we become misaligned, right? And because of a disagreement, for whatever reason, and you feel this way and I feel this way, somebody might say something crazy and we're no longer cool, we're no longer friends.
That's only black people do that. You just have to go with
well, then how do we protect?
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
This is the question was lengthy. But what I'm saying
It
is
was only lengthy because you kept asking a question after I asked you a question.
that's what she said. But anyway,
Shit. I like how you talk like I'm not sitting right here, but go ahead.
Hey, what I was saying is full transparency because all partnerships are different subject to the situation. So if people are communicating, the emotion shouldn't get in the way. It's always about the logic. So that's how you have to do it. Put the logic before the emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And be honest and transparent and don't hide. Just tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've always done, but it triggers dishonest people. It triggers devil's honesty. Don't ever expect the devil to be honest. So if you're in partnership with a devil, it's not going to work out because they're going to lie to you.
I love how we're talking about honesty, right? Because I feel like people don't move with morals, ethics, and a lot of people lack character. So my question to you is, for in business, when people lack that character, do you believe, for instance, if somebody was cheating on their spouse, if you will, right? When it comes down to business, do you believe that they're trustworthy in business based on their personal character?
No. What really is a trigger is if I see them beat their women. So there's a lot of people in this industry that we all know that I've pivoted from because they hit their women. And then the women end up over here with me.
Now, how did that happen?
Because we don't allow that. And the women around me will protect another woman that's being abused. And that's usually what happens. So the women around me recognize it and then they give them a safe place. And it's not my business. I'm not calling the police. I'm just not doing no more business with you. Or if you like walk out of a room on a towel with a chick, like if I see some serious immoral shit, then I don't do business with you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or like if you do business with someone that you know raped my girl, yeah, then I stop doing business with you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially if you do 2 albums with someone that you know raped my girl, then I really don't do no more business with you. Like Jay-Z.
So in your mind, because a lot of people respect all the work that you have done, what should we do as creatives and entrepreneurs to scale up? Can you give me 3 business acumen that you need to do to scale up?
Stick together. Don't spend your money on sneakers and clothes. Spend your money on cameras and editors. And learn the craft. You got to understand exactly how you make your money. Because like I said, I just don't believe this streaming. I think it's a farce. I haven't seen anybody. So you
don't believe
streaming makes money because no one has been acquired. I haven't seen an exit strategy yet. No one's been bought based on a multiple. It's always been bought based on like future earnings, which to me is the government. If a deal doesn't make sense, it's the government. But in real business, you're acquired based on, EBITDA times, a multiple. So if there's no EBITDA, if there's no multiple, Like for example, and this is just me in business, and this is alleged, but I look at this Byron Allen deal, and I see he just acquired BuzzFeed and whatever, and I'm like, damn, he must have had a lot of loans because what people do when they can't pay their loans, they default, or it's called breaking covenants. They'll go and buy another company that has enough EBITDA to pay their debt and the debt of that company. So the bank doesn't care because it's just more interest and you just have more terms on debt. So I'm like, dang, you must have been fucked up. Because, these announcements that don't make sense to me, I have to break them down based on a businessman. Mm-hmm. So no disrespect to Byron Allen or nothing, but I'm like, all right, that was a good move, but I just think he was probably having trouble servicing his debt. But this is a language that the 99% doesn't understand.
Okay, say for instance, someone does run into an issue with debt and they're in trouble.
Don't take no loans, but you have to
I was
file.
Well, see, but that was my question, right? Because you
file a Chapter 11, so everything freezes, and then they'll give you enough time to do a payment plan and reorganize, and you just have a certain amount of time to pay it. So if you start getting in debt and you need a pause, just file Chapter 11.
Is that? Would you say that's the only way to recover?
I don't know every way. I'm not a specialist at that. I'm just saying.
Do you think are there any other business?
It doesn't mean recover. It means start another business. Businesses are like octopus legs. You could chop them off and another one will grow. Mm. So going bankrupt doesn't mean you're personally fucked up. It means that business doesn't have any debt anymore and you're not liable. So why would you hold it if you don't have to?
Mm. That's true.
Yeah, but they teach us to be ashamed of it when it's really a tool of business that the government provides. So when they don't want us to use the government, they make us ashamed of it. But they make us ashamed to get a welfare cheese and have diarrhea. But they'll make us ashamed or food stamps. But we're supposed to be ashamed of filing.
Yeah, I'm always interested in knowing because you've been in the game for so long, and I know you've learned so much, right? And I know the most part of time.
Real quick, how long have we been filming? So you said 5 minutes, right? But now you're into like an hour. 28. Yeah, that's 28. Okay, to be continued. No, it's just to be continued. That's all. But you have more questions, but you'll do it next time.
Yeah, no,
here on the
last question out.
Oh, then get your last question. You're such a bully. Go ahead.
I need to.
But you were like 5 minutes, so I had to hear all that unnecessary trauma about 5 minutes, and now we're at 30, and you want to do another question. Just remember that for the next time.
I'm just saying that when the rollout comes out, because I know people's attention span, they like sound bites and they don't do the long winded stuff.
More unnecessary.
Right now,
more unnecessary trauma.
I don't know what to do. Are you ready?
You never weren't. You just went on a little crazy. You were triggered.
Okay, see, no, actually, I have two more questions, and I wasn't triggered. I can tell you,
it's 28 minutes. What about attention span?
In therapy, because and you know how I can tell? Because you got all the terminologies. You did.
I study traumatized people because I have to deal with them all day.
Do you think you're traumatized?
Yeah, from stupid people. Mm. That's why I smoke all day. I have PTSD.
I know, but we're gonna work on that smoking.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. I already talked to you about this.
You're gonna bully me.
I'm not bullying you, but health is important, and you know that.
You're bullyish. This is bullyish.
It's encouragement.
I'll smoke a joint. You'll interview Nicolette while you find the devil.
But wait.
No, you know, you have to. No, you show it.